Hey there everybody, my name is Glaive Silver and welcome back to Mordheim, City of the Damned. Now, when we last left off, we only just finished the tutorial battle with the Sisters of Sigmar, and our warband, the Order of Penance. We were completely successful in that battle, managing to win without any casualties, although Arya, our leader, tried her hardest to get knocked out of action. For now, we're picking up exactly where we left off, and there is nothing else for me to do in here at the moment, so let's just move on to the next day.
A new shipment has been requested.
And that's our first shipment request from the Smuggler's Den. Visit the Smuggler's Den in order to sell the Wordstone you have gathered during missions. Wordstone smuggling is your primary source of income and should not be neglected. You may sell to several factions around Mordheim that are willing to purchase your stock. In addition to earning gold crowns, your reputation with each faction will increase as you sell Wordstone to them, earning rewards and bonuses for reaching certain milestones. It is recommended to fulfill the requested shipment from your primary faction first and foremost, and then sell any excess Wordstone to the faction of your choice. So, as it stands right now, we do not have anywhere near enough Wordstone to complete this request. So, I'm just going to back out, and we are going to continue the campaign to gather some Wordstone. Looks like two of the same mission, I guess. Okay, well, we need to gather Wordstone, so let's gather Wordstone.
Scouts have reported a rival warband in the vicinity. Before you can find them, a heavy fog settles over the ruins. Unable to pick up the enemy's trail, your warriors deploy from their wagon and spread out to sweep the area in search of your foe.
How easy this will be will depend on what faction we're going against, and we'll find that out shortly. Okay, it looks like we're deploying to the southeast of the map, and the Wordstone is concentrated to the west. Yep, looks like that's all the Wordstone right there. We'll have Arya deploy as close to the Wordstone as possible. Actually, I think I'll deploy everybody as close to the Wordstone as possible. Alright, and here we go. It's only the first turn. I think it can move as far forward as possible. And as usual, I'll be skipping these unknown enemy turns. So, looking at the morale gauge in the upper left corner, I think we are at a slight disadvantage in terms of number of units. But that also means each individual unit is not as strong as my units. This should hopefully work out to our advantage.
A new round has started.
Okay, looks like we haven't had any eyes on enemies yet. Which means I can probably move up and start gathering these Wordstones without too much trouble. Gonna want to grab all of the larger shards first. Wow, 2 positive effects in a row. I wonder if we can get a third out of that. guess not. Well, let's check out what effects we've got. Looks like we have increased physical resistances and decreased athletic checks. That's not bad at all. Now, ideally, Arya won't have to make any of those checks during this battle. Gonna move Galliana up as far as possible, maybe try and get her into a better position. Alright, still no sign of them. I'm gonna try and set up a trap here, see if that might help out if anything shows up. I've never used a trap before, so I have no idea how effective it's going to be. Move Tibelda as far forward as possible, then set up into an ambush stance, just in case someone tries coming in from behind. And likewise, send Wilhelmina up a little farther, just to cover everyone else's blind spots.
A new round has started.
Huh, still no sign of anyone on the other team. I guess I should start moving forward since the Wordstone pile is more or less totally secure now. Oh, okay, that's a dead end. I should get a good line of sight right around this corner over here. Just gotta move a little further out and... oh, damn it! Whew, okay, that was a lucky miss. Wait, that's another sister of Sigmar. I thought we're supposed to be on the same side. You know, the holy mission and all that. Well, they made the first attack, so I guess this is self-defense now. Move Galliana up, see if she can assist. Okay, that's not gonna work. So I guess in the meantime she can just go and gather Wordstone. Just, you know, don't worry about your leader being in a fight and all that. She'll be fine. Three negative effects, huh? Let's see. Ooh, that looks bad. Seems Galliana's gonna be a little useless for the next 2 turns. And Arya's down. Damn it. Okay, stop looting Arya's body and get out over here already. There we go. Now she'll be going down pretty quickly, I think. In fact, if Karlina can land this shot... and she does! Perfect. Alright, let's gather everyone really close together just in case the others are nearby.
A new round has started.
Check to see if the area is clear first, and then... wait. Never mind, her pack is full. I guess that means someone else needs to check Arya's pack. But in the meantime, Galliana can set up an ambush over here. Okay, so we're probably just going to want to hunker down over here now. That means Karlina can go ahead and maybe get some height. And she can set up over here to maybe pick off people that move into the open. Just like that. And it was a crit too. Even better. Go ahead and let Tevelda loot Arya's stuff, or at least whatever's left over of it. And that's where the cluster went. Wow, 2 warp effects at once? At least it's not too bad. Set up an ambush stance, though it probably won't do too much right now. And Wilhelmina can grab whatever word stones might be left over here. Or at least the more valuable shards. I mostly want to avoid stacking the negative effects if I can help it. And set her up into a dodge stance so the enemy comes to me.
A new round has started.
Okay, I know the leader is still in there. I guess I'll set him over here and draw her out. Aha, just over that little hill. I guess I can set up an ambush on the other side now that I know where she is. Karlina's got line of sight still, so I guess I'll take another shot. Well, that wasn't a crit, but it was still a decent chunk of damage at least. Wow, wasn't expecting her to actually trigger the trap. And she's gonna go down before her next turn. Since that other unit needs to come over the hill towards me, I guess I'll set up an ambush right here. Okay, how much health did the leader have again? 17, alright. Let's have Wilhelmina try and knock her out. And there we go. Good job, Wilhelmina. And I'll just relieve her of that Great Flail. I don't need that Holy Tome, though. Then send Wilhelmina back around the corner to assist with that last henchman. The heck is this red arrow for, though? Huh. I guess it's pointing me back to the enemy leader for some reason. Just need to defeat one more person and then we got this.
A new round has started.
And there's the ambush. I'd say that was a decent trade-off. Because now this means I can have more than one of my units focusing on her. And that should set Karlina up perfectly, assuming she doesn't have to jump down to reach the opponent. And yes, she can reach. And Karlina with the Eagle Eyes knocks the unit out of action. I was afraid she was actually going to miss that shot. And I forgot Tevelda's pack is still full. But I might as well at least check, just to make sure. Nope, that's the wrong pack. Yep, nothing useful. Looks like Wilhelmina has one more spot in her backpack. I think I'll pick up a ward stone to fill that. I just want to gather up as much as possible before the opponents fail their route check. And they failed it, just as I thought. And now the moment of truth. We get to see if Arya survives.
Strength in steel wins a fight, but it is your strength of spirit that wins battles.
Task completed.
Hey, she survived. Hopefully that chest wound won't become too much of a problem. But now it's time to tally up everybody's experience. And I just noticed it looks like Arya's shield got looted. Pretty sure I have a spare somewhere. But first, skill point distribution. Arya gets a point in toughness, Karlina gets a point in alertness and ballistics, Wilhelmina gets a point in leadership, and Galliana gets strength. Before I forget, I want to re-equip Arya with a shield. Luckily, I do have one in reserve. Also, since Arya is on the mend, we need to hire a replacement leader. So, it looks like Cecilia von Talheim is the next recruit. Welcome aboard, Cecilia. Let's take a peek into the shop, see if there's anything good for sale. Visit the shop to purchase new equipment for your warband and to sell any excess items found during missions. The shop's inventory will refresh every week and may be affected by random events. Other than those two-handed weapons, nothing looks like it would be particularly useful right now. Alright, with that finished, let's go ahead and rotate the missions.
New hired swords are available.
And the next missions are... Okay, just immediately throw a deadly mission at me. Sure. Do I really want to? Arya and the others are definitely not well equipped enough to tackle the deadly missions, so... Just so we don't wind up with a total party kill, let's do the normal mission.
Scouts have reported a rival warband in the vicinity. Before you can find them, a heavy fog settles over the ruins. Unable to pick up the enemy's trail, your warriors deploy from their wagon and spread out to sweep the area in search of your foe.
Looks like we're deploying to the south with the opponents directly north, and a lot of materials and open space between us. With this setup, maybe I'll try and split my warband into two teams. Not too far from each other, but far enough that they can possibly sandwich the opponents. And with that, let's get to it. Okay, Cecilia, this is your first mission. Let's see how you do. Let's move you into the church grounds, and then set you into a parry stance, since they're pretty close by this time. Move Galliana up to join Cecilia in the courtyard. I'm going to want to play this a little more cautiously this time. There's not a whole lot of cover for me to take advantage of here. Gonna move Carlina up to join the others, and then Overwatch. Looks like somebody's gathering Wordstone on the other side, probably somewhere off to the west of their spawn. I guess I'll have Tibelda move towards that search point over there. Nope, not in here. Not in here either. Gonna reset her movement points and then go around the building, I guess. Ah, damn it, really? Well, she's not getting into a fight for the next 3 turns at least. Not as bad as it could be, but still pretty bad. Can't find that scavenge point, so I guess I'll just set up an ambush over here. Okay, well this room doesn't lead anywhere. Already explored this room, but at least I can use it to cut across the building.
A new round has started.
Well, looks like no eyes on anybody yet. Starting to wonder where they all are. Guess I'll head in this direction. Maybe I can steal their idol if we don't run into them. For now, I'll just try and get everyone into better positions. And I'll position Carlina off to the left side of the church. Much better lines of sight over here. Still no sight of any of them. And what was that? Looks like she took a hit to armor absorption. That's not too bad, seeing as she's only wearing cloth armor. She relies on her dodge more than absorbing anything. And that sounds like someone just triggered a trap.
A new round has started.
Gotta have Cecilia move out into the middle so she can act as a lure. That way, if anybody comes out into the open, they'll have to get by her. I'm getting closer and closer to their side, but I'm still not finding anybody yet. And of course, minus 15 initiative, that's not too bad. At least it keeps her near her teammates in the turn order. Maybe if I wanted them to pop out of one of these side houses. Go ahead and leave a little present in case someone's coming around from the other side. Alright, let's jump down. And move to join up with the others, and actually, let's move back. And have Carlina take a dodge stance just in case. Oh wait, hang on. I see somebody. There he is. In that case, I'll just stick here, dodge stance. I'm gonna try and get as many of the sisters as I can set up for a battle. Oh, and I just realized that this is a really bad spot if someone comes to that other door. Huh, I guess he ran out of movement.
A new round has started.
Well, that trap worked to my benefit. Hey, congratulations, you just managed to get yourself surrounded. And Cecilia will be the one to get the party started. And even with that first miss, the leader is still pretty much done. Their leader is going to have the full wrath of my warband falling upon him pretty soon. Let him have it, Carlina. Or not. I mean, I guess that works too. I just hope Tibelda, Galliana, and Wilhelmina can pick up a little bit of the slack at least. Oh, come on. I know you're all better than this. Is Galliana able to get a charge on him? Huh, I guess not. Well, looks like it's a regular attack then. And with their leader totally surrounded, I think I'll have Wilhelmina guard the flank.
A new round has started.
Alright, seems he's going to be taking his turn between Carlina and Cecilia. So I'll just do as much damage as I can. A stun is always nice, but it's a shame he's going to recover before anyone can finish him off. I'll definitely take the extra damage though. Oh, Cecilia can take maybe 1 or 2 more hits like that. Damn, he passed the check. Oh well, he's still surrounded. And down he goes. And with the leader down, now I can focus on this poor sod over here. And use a parry stance so he can't cause any more trouble to Cecilia. Or at least, that's the hope anyway. Well, I guess he's going to come around from the side, and yep, there he is. Looks like he ran out of movement just short of attacking me. Okay, that's a good start. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Gonna have to grab the leader's trinket for the optional quest, and I might as well relieve him of some other stuff while I'm at it. I think I'll loot the dagger.
Objective completed.
And with that finished, it's time to start wrapping this battle up. Knocking those 2 units out of action should be enough to force a morale check. And that crit just made things a lot easier. You're very much a credit to the team, Galliana.
A new round has started.
Alright, which one do I want to attack? Actually, with the hero's stun, those are automatic hits. 2 attacks should be just enough to knock him out. There we go, the hero unit is down. Now I can peek at whatever he might have picked up earlier. Actually, let's just grab everything. And their first route check was a failure. And we've received extra rewards for completing the optional objective this time.
Blessed are the triumphant, for in them shines the glory of Sigmar.
Because that was such a resounding victory, I think that'll leave us in a pretty good position for the next several battles.
Remarkable.
And Carlina is the first to reach level 1.
Nice progress.
Wilhelmina is the next to level up,
Outstanding.
followed by Tibelda,
Outstanding.
with Galliana being the 4th. Since this was Cecilia's first mission, she won't level up, but she'll still gain some ability points.
Your warband is getting
And
stronger.
the Order of Penance has now reached rank 1, which grants me 1 extra henchman slot for use in battle, and 1 more reserve slot, just in case I need to rotate out injured soldiers. So, on that high note, I think we'll be ending it here for the night. Thank you all for watching, everybody, and, as always, I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that Carlina has walls of steel. And here's the point where the battle goes to hell. Exactly like that. Yep, down she goes.